So, this is Riverbend The Aftermath. This is by InsaneSimGuy, 252.87 megabyte on the download. And I would say it's one of those, you've been here before, but it's not the same. Yeah, we'll see as you get a little bit further out. Now, if you come on New Farmer, you're going to be using 1,439 slots. Also, if you come on New Farmer, you're going to be owning a bit of land, which is, well, let's face it, it's the same as the standard Riverbend Springs maps. You get you get Area 1, Field 5, 4, 3, and 2. And, yeah, it's not what we used to. We'll go with that anyway. Right, fair enough. So, the start farm, left-hand side of the map, jobs are good. So you've got your sleep trigger by the front door. You've got wardrobe trigger by the back door. Got a little pickup truck. A little bit of a... There's a train. That train is ridiculously long. That's all I'm going to say. It's ridiculously long. There's like a bajillion trailers on the back. Oh, shocking. And we've got a traffic jam outside my farm already. Wow, isn't that marvellous? So that's where you start off the game, right by your sleep trigger, just off the farm. Alright, fair enough. So then we're going to come over the road where the original start farm was. And this is very different. Yes, we have got a giant multi-fruit 20 million litre silo facility. That's the best way of calling it. We've also got this bunker silo here as well. 20 million litres. What we got? 2, 4, so it's 8 bins on the old silo. 20 million litre capacity. Obviously load in and load out just there. Jobs are good 'em. Then come around and we've got a bit of storage under there. So open air storage, which is all right. We'll then open up this door. There we are. Got workshop trigger in there. Then come around here. We'll open up this door. There's a bit more storage for you. Some more of your equipment. We have got... Actually, we'll go around this way. Come around this side and we've got some more storage. Well, open air storage and some more equipment that you start with. We've got this giant area out the back. So you could really put some stuff down. Now, normally I'd say you could put some greenhouses down, but you've already got one, so maybe not. So over here is a little farmer's kiosk. So obviously you come and sell your stuff. People will come purchase it off you. Obviously, these boxes fill up as you go along. Then we'll come back round here because I would say this is more of an industrial size farm. I mean, just the big old silo complex, the big old barn, the big old buildings, all that sort of thing really does lend itself to big farming. So over here, you've got a bare one pallet storage. So obviously load in and load out just there. Then we come around here. We've got a mushroom greenhouse. So obviously you load your water in the back. You've got your pallet spawn point just there. Then you've got your production chain menu obviously inside. There we are. Then we spin it back round and we've got I'm going to call it a standard greenhouse. It's not standard. Let's put it that way. So you've got your pallet spawn point just there. Then you've got your water in point. And then you've got your production chain menu just inside there. And then we've got this, which is also not standard. So you may be thinking, do you know what? That's one of the little production facilities. And you'd be right. Little in size, small but mighty. So you've got your loading in point just there, pallet spawn point just there. And we'll click on the old production chain. Because whilst it may be small, it's actually got 1 million litre capacity. That's ridiculous. 240 cycles a month on the old barley, 600 on the oat flour, 360 for the rice. You then got 600 for your sorghum, 1,320 cycles per month on your wheat. With 1 million litres and something this small. Now, there's a few of these production chains that they've had. They're the base game production chains. You haven't got any new crops in or anything like that. They just had a few things tweaked. So we've got this one here. That's got a load more stuff. 400,000 litre capacity on the water. 280,000 litres of the stuff when you're going to be, obviously, once the pallet spawn point's loaded up, it just builds up inside. So 280,000 litre capacity. All right indeed. Fair enough. And that's your start farm. I mean, that there, and that there, ridiculous. But in a good way, I must admit. Now, Obviously, we've seen a bit of equipment as we've been going around. So what do we start with on New Farmer? Well, the answer's quite a lot, to be fair, because you've got the Agco 1500, the Agco 2300, the Amazon ZA-TS 3200, the Breedle K105, the Case IH 1000, the Case IH 3020 Terraflex 25 foot, the Case IH Axial Flow 7150, the Case IH Farmall 90C, the Case IH Puma 185 CVX Drive, the Prolander 7500, the Noche Speedmax 560, the Crampy Big Body 750S, the Kubota RTV XG 850 Sidekick, the Lemkin Solitaire 12, the Lizard Pickup 2017, the New Holland T8 350 Genesis, and the Poshinger Servo T6000P. Now, obviously, that sort of setup, yeah, really does lend into this whole industrial farming scenario. Because let's face it, that's some big piece of equipment, especially that old axial flow. So fair enough indeed. Right, we're going to get cracking. Now, obviously, if you played on Riverbend Springs, you're probably familiar with most. I'll say most of what's going to be on this map, because there's a fair chunk that's going to be the same. And the first bit is going to be right over here. So we should have the cement factory and then the old stone mill, mine, whatever you want to call it. So come over here. We've got our cement factory. That's great. But we have got this here. We've got a line buy point. And then obviously there's your stone chucker-outerer, your stone mill, whatever you want to call it. So come down here, get some stones. Obviously, you could buy some lime from there if you wanted to. And obviously, you got your cement factory. So you got your loading in point just there. And we'll come through here. We've got our production chain menu just there. So that is going to be 370 grand to buy. We then got our pallet spawn point just there. Now, obviously, the barge is still there. Right, great, no problem. Would be ideal for doing a bit of fishing off. Fair enough. But what's not still here is a lot of stuff over the road. So we're going to come up here. We're going to hook a right over the bridge. Hopefully I don't get myself run over. I mean, there's a good chance. Because once you get over the road, it's it literally goes from nice, lush, grassy area to a deserted wasteland. Gonna stay to that. Oh dear, oh dear. I mean, you've still got a bit of life down there. You still got boats on the river and whatever. But, yeah. Obviously, this is the whole scenario behind it is it's had a big old disaster. And I'll show you what it probably was when we get up to it. But obviously, once it's here, you know, down this side, it's definitely had it. Let's face it. So we're going to come over here and we've got a sell point just here for you. So you load your stuff into there. So that's going to be your, I'd imagine that's grain barge sell point. Let's have a little click on it. There we are. Click on that. There you are. Grain barge terminal number 2. So obviously bring your stuff down here. And then away you go. All right. We're going to do a little bit of a jump. We're actually going to come up to this area up here. This field. Field 98. Now, field 98, it's a nice circle for a start. So if you got the old, was it the pivot irrigation? Maybe that would work well in here, I must admit. But what this is a great big massive crater. So it's like the old extinction event from the dinosaurs. Because you come up and, whoa, that's a bit... Look, it's a giant crater. It's like a meteor's hit here. And then obviously, you know, it's just messed up the rest of the land. But I wonder if we find any dinosaur bones around here. That would be interesting if that was a collectible. I mean, you have still got your... What was it? Okay, the ferry. That's what it's called. You still got your ferry coming across here if you want to use the crater or the crater field. So that's all right. Oh, that's definitely an extinction event. I mean, look at the trees. It's just like, you know, something's dropped in there and then boom, done. Fair enough. Fair enough indeed. Right, we'll carry on then. We are going to come across to this area down here. So obviously this is going to be a production chain for you. So you've got your rope making facility. So this is going to cost you 300 grand to buy. We then got our pallet spawn point just there. And then around the back is going to be our loading in point just there. Then we're going to carry up the road. Well, carry on up the road. I'll put my teeth in, because next door in this semi-barren wasteland is going to be another facility right next door. So this is going to be, well, you got a loading in point just there. Looks like a potato chip factory. So pallet spawn point just there. And then we've got this one here. So 360 grand. And that's really loud, so we'll get going. Dear oh dear, make a bit of potato chips if you really wanted to. What we got here? Kozlowski SP Zoo. Alright, fair enough. We'll carry on. We'll carry on anyway. Right, we're going to come across to this one down here. This is going to be your Cooper for you, so making your barrels and things. And again, this is another loud one, so we're going to quickly whip in there. So we have got, price for that one, 300 grand. Then you've got your pallet spawn point, which is just there. And obviously, this is a building where you can open it up. It's got the giant barrel inside. So that means if we come out of here, we've got our loading in point just there. Alright, fair enough. You see, even Riverbend Springs Cooperage. Not Riverbend Springs Aftermath. No, that they've kept the original sign. So fair enough. Fair enough indeed. Right, we'll come along down to this one down here. Obviously, if you're using vehicles, you're going to need some fuel at some point. You know, you've got this little gas station, petrol station, diesel, whatever you want to call it. No prices, so obviously fuel's free after the end of the world. But no, it's not. Let's face it, it's not. I mean, you've got this little outback shop, restaurant thing, whatever you want to call it. I mean, there's no sell point down here. It's like, obviously, you know, like a rest stop sort of thing. You know, if you fill your vehicle up, fill your car up, whatever, and get a bit of lunch, old duckies. Dear, oh dear. All right, fair enough. All right, we're going to come along here again. All these trees here. It could be a thing for you. I mean, if you like doing a bit of logging, maybe a bit of deadwood missions, that sort of thing. I mean, there is a lot. I mean, according to the Mod Hub website, it says 24,000 trees. I think a lot of them are dead already, mind you. So they might not be that great for doing some logging. But, you know, you could still sell them off and make a bit of cash. So fair enough on that one. Right. So we're going to come across to our next facility. So, Oleodoro. I don't know what that means, but we're going to roll with it anyway. So we're going to come in here. Obviously, you've got a production chain for you. So you've got your loading in point just there. Then come over here and we've got our production chain menu just there. So that's going to be your oil mill, 240 grand to buy. And there's your pallet spawn point just there. And we're going to come back out of there. We're going to go over the road, over the river a little bit. You know, back into, well, arguably civilization. This side. I mean, to be fair, this end, actually, if you look on the map, this end's not looking that bad. Up here, obviously around the old crater site, that's where it definitely took the brunt of the force. This end's looking not bad at all. So we'll carry on anyway. So we're going to go over the road. You can just see, look, all the trees there. Yeah, they've had a bit of a flash. They've seen some damage. They're only going to be good for selling off as deadwood, but all right, fair enough. It is what it is. That's the whole ambience of the map. That's the whole theme behind it. You know, you've had this disaster, and now you got to clear it up, get rid of the deadwood trees, and then plant some new ones. Fair enough. Fair enough indeed. Right, we're going to turn right into here. There we are. So we've got a couple of things down here. So first off is going to be your lime buy point, which is just there for you. And it's got another grain barge terminal. So the other one was number 2. This really should be number 1. Let's have a little look. We'll click on that. Come on. There we are. Yep, grain barge terminal number 1. Fair enough. Now, obviously, there is a train exit point down this side of the map. And that is going to be going to, let's have a little click on that, Goldcrest Valley. No problem with that one. Now, we did see the tail end of the train, which is ridiculously long. Just wondering if we're going to be able to catch it a little bit later. We'll find out anyway. Right, we're going to move over to this area over here. So we have got nowhere here on its own. We've got pallet spawn points. Does that mean we need to... No, is that... Oh, there it is. That's the actual sawmill just there. It's a bit premature. So here's your pallet spawn points for your sawmill. Obviously Noah's there giving you the vibe. No problem. Your production chain menu just here. There's going to be 300 grand to buy. So that should mean at some point you're going to be loading your wood into the water. So let's go down here. All right, by there. Yes, here we go. Loading the wood into the water. See, we've got a little tugboat. Fair enough. I mean, it's got like a bit of mist coming off of there. It's like a hot spring or something. I mean, load your wood into the water, and obviously it's going to go up the ramp and then off into the sawmill. Fair enough. Fair enough indeed. Right, we're going to carry on. We're going to come up to this area up here. So obviously with there being a train on the track, you're going to need somewhere to rent it. And there we go. Rent a train option. Be prepared. Be prepared for one giant train. That's all I'm going to say. We've then got a production chain menu just here. So that's going to be your grain mill. So 288 grand. So you've got your pallet spawn point just there. And we'll come down here and we've got our loading in point at that end. So obviously this is the main village area where it was before, where you had everything going on. Oh, here's a train. Here's the train. And apparently it's by BC Bueller. And it's got 100 bazillion, 100 bajillion. However, what number can you think of? Just make it one more, because there's like low. Look at the state of them. How many? I mean, you're going to be able to cart for the rest of your life with just one train. That's ridiculous. We're coming up to the end now. We've seen the tail end when we started off. That's huge. That train is massive. Right, we'll carry on. So we're going to come up here, and we've got our warehouse buy points. If you ever need some pallets that you don't fancy producing, or you haven't got the facility to produce it, so obviously come up here, you can buy your pallets just there. And they will then spawn in here, and then down the side is going to be a sell point. So if you want to sell off your stuff, just there for you. They're going to come out of there, and we're going to go down to the right. There we are. So we've got this facility here, which I don't remember being on Riverbend Springs. This looks like a new one to me. So we have got a train transfer silo. Yeah, that's the word for it. So you load out of your trailer there. You load into your trailer there. And obviously you load in and out of your train just there. Being said, there is something this side, which is a rent-a-train option. All right, we've got two. Fair enough. Fair enough indeed. Right, we're going to come back out of there. We're going to go over the road a little bit. So we've got some 2 yellow markers. Let's go find out what they are. Now, obviously, this is the area where the main shop was. The main vehicle shop as well. So, yeah, this is looking a little different. Let's face it. So what have we got over here? Well, we've got an ATM machine, which we don't really need, but okay. Is that it? No, it's a person. All right, where's this person? Is it Dave? Oh, no, it's Uncle Grandpa. Uncle Grandpa? That's not even the right phrase. It's Grandpa Willie. There we are. And, oh, there's Ben hanging out in the shop. Fair enough. Going to leave them to it. And then we're going to come up here, because over the road we've got a couple more facilities as well. So we're going to jump over the train tracks because, you know, you're not supposed to. So we're going to do it anyway. So over there like that. There we are. We're going to come round to the first one. Now we've got this here. You've got your pallet spawn point just there. Then come round the back, or potentially the front, whichever way you're looking at. Loading in point just there. And we've got our production chain menu around by the office door. There we are. So that is going to be 400 grand to buy. What's that? Your dairy? Yep, fair enough. Next door to that, it's got this lovely spiral staircase. Can we go up it? Oh, we can. I mean, it's a bit narrow, don't get me wrong. Going up the spiral staircase. Oh, can we got that? That's even quicker, actually. What's up the top? I'm stuck. Oh, no, here we go. Oh, I'm up. There we are. Taking a look out on the surroundings. Why not? Why not indeed? So we'll come over here, and we've got a sow point just here in the middle. So this one is going to be called dairy, as in the sow point, because obviously you've got the production chain next door. And then the next door to that is going to be your cereal factory. So you got your pallet spawn point and loading in point at the front just there. And we've got our production chain menu just there, which is 240 grand. We'll come out of there because that's really loud. Not a lie, that's loud. We're going to come over here because we've got another little thing. And I've got a feeling I've come down the wrong side of the building. And it looks like I have. So we have got a fuel station over here. Can we go in this? I mean, it looks like we can. No, we can't. Well, there's no option anyway. I mean, 7 to 11. It's 8:15. So it's not like it's closed. Alright, fair enough. Now we come around here. And we've got this. Yeolio tractors. Yeah. Not sure if that's pronounced correctly, but we'll roll with that anyway. So we've got your main shop menu just there. And there's no workshop trigger here, actually. I mean, I know you got one back at your farm, but okay. The workshop trigger has disappeared. Right, fair enough. So we're going to carry on over the road to a new facility to this area, because it certainly didn't have one on Riverbend Springs before. And as you can see, that's going to be your BGA. So you've got a giant bunker silo just there. Obviously, your solid stuffs go into that bit. You're then going to put your slurry into that bit, and your digestate is taken out of that one just there. You got your production chain menu. So this is going to cost you 1.2 million. Man, that's a lot. That's a lot to buy. Alright, fair enough. Then over the wall, because, you know, why use roads? We've then got a bale sale point. We've also got an animal dealer. Now, obviously, they've done away with the standard animal dealer. And we've got this one. But it has still got some live animals in, which is alright. Because I did like the standard base game one, where it's got all the different pens. That's just ace. It just makes it feel so much more lived in. Then got your slurry buy point just there. Obviously, you got a buy point for your manure just there as well. And we'll spin it back round. And we'll carry on up here, because we've got another facility up here, which is going to be, let's have a look on the sign. Willow Lumber Company. So you got your loading in point, Sourwood icon, pallet spawn point just there. And obviously, we've got our production chain menu. 300 grand for your carpentry. And then next door to that is going to be a sell point. So around this side, there we are. Sell your stuff. What's this one called? Oh, this is the old piano shop, isn't it? So sell your stuff into there. And then buy piano. Do we want to buy it? 320 grand. No, obviously you buy it. You put your stuff in the side. And obviously that makes a piano as time goes along. And that's your main town area. The train's coming back. I mean, for a long train, obviously it's probably half off the map already by the time it gets here. Dear oh dear. I mean, you can see the council started doing a bit of work and replacing some pipes after the old, well, I don't even know what we're calling it. The disaster. We'll go with that anyway. Right, we'll carry on. So we are going to go up to this one over here. Obviously, with a lot of trees on the map, you're going to be doing a bit of logging, potentially. So you've got a paper factory, so you've got your loading in point, then got your Sourwood icon just there. Then we've got up the steps is your production chain menu. So up there like that. There we are. Carry on. Up the steps, keep on going. There we are. There we are, up top of the steps. That's it. Open gate? Why is it telling me to open the gate? Can we go inside? Never. We've got a little office. Can we go any further? Yes, we can. Oh, did this have it before? I've just never noticed. We can now go in the paper mill. Really? Oh, this is ace. Look at that. Straight down. Obviously, water wheel on the go. If this had it in before, it's something I've never seen in my life. That's awesome. It's got rolls of paper in here. If not, this is great. This is great. It really is. Adds all to it. I mean, I've got myself lost now, mind you. Where are we going? So what's out here? More rolls of paper. So we got... Is this door opening? Yes. Here we go. Out the other side. Job done. Now, obviously, we had a map the other day that had this paper mill place down. And this has been integrated a lot better. I mean, it's even got like a a milky colour texture to the water, because obviously, you know, you're messing around with paper. That's going to leave a bit of residue. Not quite sure the old Environment Agency will be happy about it, but it is what it is. Dear oh dear, pallet spawn point is just there for you. And that's I like that. Is there any other doors we can go into on this facility? Or is it just those? I've never seen that before in my life. Can we go in that gate? No. We can't open the gate, but we can go in the building. Fair enough. Fair enough indeed. I mean, just like the water there, just come down off that river, through the old water mill, through the old paper mill, out the other side. That is nicely done. That is very nicely done. Right. Well, carry on. We're going to come up to this area up here. Now, there may not be any animal pens on the map as you start out, because obviously you can put some down, no problem. But if you do put some sheep down, you've got this old spinnery, or if you're even doing cotton, entirely up to you. So you've got your pallet spawn point just there, the loading in point is over there, then you've got your production chain menu just here. 180 grand, jobs are good 'em. Right, carry on again. We're going to come across to this little area over here. Right, so another, well, I'd say another, a little out of the way industrial village area. We'll go with that anyway. So first up, we've got a production chain. You've got your loading in point just there. Come around the back, it's going to be your pallet spawn point. Got your production chain menu just there. So that's your sugar mill, 240 grand to buy. Then next door to that is going to be a sell point. Around the side like that. There we are, just there for you. So this one is going to be called Farmer's Market. So obviously sell your stuff. It's going to be the one that has all the fruits that display themselves once they get loaded in. Dodgy Dave's at the front, being a bouncer, I don't know, just hanging around. Then you've got your sell point for your pallets just there. We'll spin it around again. Keep on going. You've got a buy point for your lime just there. We got another fuel station. Slightly different design actually. No prices again. Is everything free after the end of the world? I doubt it very much. That's when people really become their worst kind of themselves. But all right, it is what it is. We then got our loading in point just here. This is going to be your canning factory. You then got your pallet spawn point just there. And then round the corner here, right behind this van, there we are. It's going to be your production chain menu just there. So 330 grand to buy. Jobs are good 'un. Right. We're going to carry on. We're going to come across to this area over here. And obviously it's going to be a sell point for you. It's the Willie's, well, what was it? Willie's Waterboat? We'll go with that anyway. Sell point just there. Can we actually get up on the boat? Let's give it a go. So we can, oh, up around here. Right around the edge. What, can we go onto the upper deck? I mean, this would be nice to do a bit of fishing off. A little bit of a misty morning on the go. Oh, here we are. Here we are. Up there, top deck. Fair enough. You can imagine that. Doing a bit of fishing. Oh, that would be nice. If you had the Highlands Fishing DLC, cast your rod out off of Willie's boat. Nice little pastime. Can we go up any further? Or is that it? I mean, it's just going to be a balcony all the way around, isn't it? And yes, it is. Right. Fair enough. Right, we're going to carry on. We're actually going to go and buy two places. We're going to buy this one here, number 45. It's going to cost us 340 grand, 34 grand. I need to get my glasses on. And then we're also going to go and buy this area up here, number 26. Maybe a field, but as he has something else on the side. So we're going to go up to this one here first. So this is a bit like the old grain mill on Kinlake. Up on the side of a mountain, buildable production, well, not production, buildable job, that sort of thing. So you've got a log cabin. Obviously, you've got your items that you need to put in there. So if you really wanted to, you know, build yourself a log cabin, up out the way of everyone else. I mean, very out the way of everyone else. Look at the state of that boat down here. Obviously, the mountain carries on up after you as well. This is definitely secluded up here. Cabin in the woods. Fair enough. Let's go take a look at that boat. All the way down there. I mean, that's... what's going on in that water? I can hear something. There's definitely some things in the water. Look at this boat. That's a lot of cargo there. That's just been left. Dear oh dear. I'm going to go. I can hear some noises here. I don't know what's going on, but we're going to move on anyway, quick, before something comes out of the woods. So we're going to come across to this area over here. So this is potentially another little start farm. I'd say more contractor yard rather than anything else. I mean, we have got this building here. We'll open up that door. Obviously store some stuff in there. You get a diesel tank as well. So this is going to hold. We'll click on that. So 10,000 litres. You also get your own silo, load in and load out just there. A little bit of a hut, cabin, shed, whatever you want to call it. And also this big barn over here. There we are. Store some stuff in there. No problem. So definitely a little contractor yard to start off with. If you want to go for a start from scratch, you know, you've been called in by the government to help clean up the area, this could be a nice little place to start from. All right, fair enough. Right, we're going to carry on down to our last area over here. This is more of a little village on the edge of the map. So first off, you got your tailor shops, you got your production chain menu. So if you are using the old spinnery that we've already seen, so 240 grand to buy this one, you can then get your fabric and then bring it down here, turn it into clothes. You then got your loading in point and then pallet spawn point around there. Then round the back, actually, do you know what? We'll go this way. Because it is a nice little village area. You've got a few houses. Now, you can't buy them. You can't buy the land that they're on. So, they are just for decoration. But I do like a nice map that's got a village. Not a nice village on a map. That's a better way of putting it. I mean, you have even got your little field here. So, American football style field. Or, if you're American, football. Which you actually predominantly use your hands for, but all right, it is what it is. And then we'll come back out of there. Man, I need to put my teeth in. And we've got another gas station over here, another petrol station, fuel station, whatever you want to call it, right by the calf. So you could go fill up and then fill up. Fill up both things while you're there. Oh, fair enough. And then we'll come up to the last one, which is going to be up on our right. So carry on there. I mean, it's definitely a misty morning. Misty August morning. I mean, it's only 20 past 8, so all right, fair enough. So around here is going to be a production chain. So you've got your loading in point, pallet spawn point, and it's going to be your bakery. They are 50 grand to buy. Jobs are good 'em. And that's all your map. Now, as I said at the start, obviously, some of it very familiar. Obviously, the start placement of your farm. Now, you had your 3 fields there, well, and you had that one as well. Very familiar. Obviously, what's on your farm is completely different. Then the village area in the middle, that's definitely had it. That's been done and remodeled, all that sort of thing. But, yeah, it's definitely, it strikes that chord of familiar but different at the same time. So if you really wanted to go and really reclaim the land, you're going to have to work on a crater. All right, give that one a go.